So, separation, forget about it. It's a waste of space. Connect with everybody and hold hands with everybody you can. And hugging is even better, like Terry said. Now, the last one is T-A-I-N-T-Y. What is it? Uncertainty. Yeah, people hate uncertainty. I call this FOF. So what's FOF? Fear of the future or failure. And Terry's already talked about failure, so let's just talk about the future. What is it with people in the future? Like here we are in the present. So either we bring the past, everything that's happened to us in the past that's bad, like you hardly ever bring the good stuff, do you? And you pour all the bad stuff into now. Or you look ahead in the future at stuff that hasn't even happened yet, and you worry about it now. It's like, it hasn't happened. But if you worry about it long enough, you'll make it happen. So stop with the fear of the future. So get rid of uncertainty, and it's impossible to be 100% certain about anything. So once we accept that and we get over that and we just live with the uncertainty but focus on the present, then life transforms and becomes much more joyful and exciting. So let's go to the next thing, which is epigenetics. And I bet you're going, whoa, that sounds good. Epigenetics is going beyond the genes. And there's a guy called Bruce Lipton who wrote a book called The Biology of Belief. Great book. And in it, he tells us that your genes will not necessarily determine your future. Do you know what turns your genes on more than anything else? No, not alcohol. It's beliefs. It's your beliefs. Your beliefs, that turns them off. Your beliefs turn your genes on and determines where you're going to be. And the trouble is, beliefs become the story you tell yourself about yourself. Life is not about reality. Life is about perceiving and judging. And none of us can see the big picture anyway. We see this itty-bitty little picture, you know, like an itty-bitty little thing, and we go, oh, that's reality. I can see everything, and it's bad. It's very bad. I grew up with this, and I brought it all with me here, and it's bad. And I'm looking ahead, that's bad as well. How we feel about ourselves is what story we tell ourselves. Seriously, I know this sounds too simple to be true, but I want you to go home and challenge yourself. What's the story you tell yourself about yourself? About your boss, about your colleagues, about your partner in life? Think about this. When you first met your partner, let's say you have a partner. If you haven't, go back to a time when you did have a partner, or 17 of them with Terry. And, you know, just think about it. What did you say to yourself about, they're fabulous. They're the most fantastic person I've ever met. I can't believe it. They're everything I've ever wanted. They're just fabulous. She's perfect. He's perfect. What do you say now? It really annoys me the way, you know, and you talk to other people. How much has your story changed? The person hasn't changed, but your story has transformed. And what do you say about your children? They took a New York school, tested all the kids, told one of the teachers, you've got 3 gifted children in your classroom. We don't want you to tell them or treat them any differently. At the end of the year, how do you think those 3 kids performed? Gifted, brilliant. Guess what? They randomly selected 3 children. But because the story the teacher told herself about the children was so different, the children became that story. What's the story you tell yourself about your children? Now, nobody wakes up and goes, oh, I hate one of my children, but I love the other 2. Nobody's going to do that. But we all think lovingly, oh, Johnny, you're so fabulous at sport, but you just don't do math, do you, darling? Now, you don't say that out loud. It just comes out with the story you're telling yourself, and that gets embedded in Johnny. Please, please go away from here today and think about the story you're telling yourself about yourself and about your children and about your partners in life and about your colleagues and about the people with whom you work and about your company and about your boss. When you're a company that's a joyful company, a place where you can be the best you can be, you tell yourself you're proud to work there. One of the stunning features about Express, and I don't have to say this, you know, seriously, and I know many of you are not Express clients yet, but I would be working with a company if I didn't have my own job. They have such great values, and it is truly a place of great learning and development and joy. And I don't encounter many places like that. And there's a few, but not many. So go forth and try to set yourself up as that model in your business. And many of you I know are in manufacturing, like, yeah, well, she doesn't understand our people, like they don't do stuff like that. Oh, stop. They're humans. What, you think just because somebody works in... I used to work in manufacturing. I'm a physical therapist. I used to work in ergonomics, occupational health. I go down coal mines in my pearls, and which they were very impressed by. And they're humans. It doesn't matter what you do when you're a human. You still want to feel good about yourself. And you still want to be in an environment that encourages you to grow, develop, and feel good, and to give yourselves a sense of purpose. All the things that the previous two guys talked about. It's so important. Please, please. So go home. Stop the perceiving and judging. That's like a waste of space, although it's human, and that's what we do all the time. But catch yourself and try to look at your beliefs and look at the story you tell yourself. Because beliefs, in fact, create a story. Then a repeated story creates a belief. Do you understand? So go forth. Oh, one other thing. You know Lance Armstrong? I know he's not Mr. Moral Person of the Month, but, you know, he did have testicular cancer. And off he goes to an oncologist in Houston, and supposedly the best in the world on testicular cancer. The doctor looks at him and says, no, basically you're going to die. Now, if any of us go to the best oncologist in testicular cancer in the world, and we have testicular cancer, and he says, you're going to die, then most of us would go home and say, he said I'm going to die. And then we die. But not Lance Armstrong. He goes, oh, no. You made a mistake. Cancer picked the wrong person. Cancer picked the wrong person. What's your belief? Don't clap, honestly, we haven't got time. You could clap, but we haven't got time. And what's your belief? Never let anybody else give you a sentence about you. No one knows what miracle will happen. No one knows what you will uncover and find that will help you. Just because one person or a couple of people said, oh, no, you're not well, forget them. It's your belief and the story you tell yourself about yourself that will make the difference. But quick, let's go to emotional intelligence. Yeah, you've heard of that one. So 3 core things in emotional intelligence: know yourself, manage relationships. Now, we've talked a lot about that. All of that ties into that. So what I want to do is a little on managing yourself today. So quick, you're going to love this one. Everybody go like this. Now put them over your eyes. Go on, all of you. Don't be too sophisticated. And these are your gratitude glasses. Keep them up there, keep them up there. These will transform your life. Seriously, when you use gratitude glasses to look at everything that happens to you in life, then really nothing is ever the same again. So on the count of 3, I want you to look at your joy buddy. And those of you who are not doing it, could you please stop the faux what thing and just do it? I want you to look at your new joy buddy and go, I am so grateful for you, thank you. I am so grateful for you, thank you. 1, 2, 3, go. I am so grateful for you, thank you. Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful. Did you do it with the glasses? Perfect, quick, come back. You think about it. How often do we consciously think about gratitude and how grateful we are for life? Sure, you come to sessions like this and you're reminded and you think, yes, I do have a lot for which to be grateful. And then how do we teach our children to be grateful? We look at them and we go, say thank you to your brother. Say thank you to your brother. I said say thank you to your brother. And we think that's gratitude. I don't think so. We need to go home and start using it. Now, I like these. They're free and they're with you all the time. And if you're sitting in your office grumbling away, going, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Everything sucks. Everything's falling apart. Stop and go like this. And do not take your hands away from your eyes until you find something for which to be grateful. And if you won't do that, if you won't do this, get yourselves a set of these. These are essential leadership items. And if you are the sort of leader that would not walk through the organisation with these on proudly, then you need to change. Because these are joy facilitator glasses. Seriously? Now, what's going to happen? If you walk through the workplace with these on, this is the number one thing that'll happen. People will look at you and go... The second thing they'll do is, nice glasses, boss. Where'd you get them? And then you say, they're my gratitude glasses, and I would just like to tell you why I'm grateful you work with us and what specific contribution you make to us. These are phenomenal things. Please use them. Every night when you sit at the dinner table with your kids, ask them things about which they're grateful, or things for which they're grateful. Get them to put these on. Even teenagers do it. They think you're a dork, but they do it. And then you teach children optimism. Honestly, these are so important. Oh, at work, in staff meetings, if somebody's sitting there going, say nothing. You slide these across the table. And you say, don't clap, we haven't got time. You say, is there anything you'd like to tell us you're grateful for? Like having a job, perhaps? You know, please, just because these look silly, don't be too mature. When you give people permission to do stuff like this by doing it yourselves, you are becoming a great leader and a joy facilitator. So this looks silly, but I can't tell you the profound impact it has on an organisation and on people. And it reminds you, drive home with these on. It's not going to affect your driving. Drive home, you're going to cheer up people when you're at red lights. And when you get home, it's going to remind you not to be a grumpy old snark and to be grateful for what you have, that you have someone at home who might have a meal ready or who's willing to greet you or come up to you. So gratitude glasses are critical.